Was it December?
Yeah.
It was December. All right.
Yeah.
I'll just make sure. But yeah, it just
put me on a spot like that. It might have been November. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. I'm not sure. But yeah. So hey, what's up, James? Dominguez on here. What's up?
There he is.
Yeah, and so yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. What I think about 147 and the road. I'm gonna take whatever's given to me.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. I would have had James on with us if we could figure out this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, because, eventually, I'm sure it's probably going to get frustrating, too. With all the talent, you're going to want to be in that picture, and you're going to be hearing the names thrown out there and all that. I'm hoping that, it's so loaded, I don't think you can go wrong with no matter who you choose after, when that time comes. With the hooker, if you don't mind, how close do you think that is to being the next fight?
I really don't know. I just go day by day training, and they give me some updates.
Yeah.
But I really won't update anyone until I know it's official. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up and all that stuff. So.
Yeah.
But I'm fairly certain that it'll be made.
Okay.
There's no problems on my end at all.
Yeah, that's understandable. Again, too, you got guys. Would you be interested? Just say if somebody like Tank Davis started, coming up that way, or even Ryan Garcia, those are, possible fights. How do you think those would fare out? I know you're a big welterweight, but would that be something that's interesting?
That's pretty interesting. Those are definitely some guys that I think they could carry their power over to 147. Mm-hmm. I think that the fights will definitely be entertaining. Those are definitely pay-per-view fights right there. I think that I don't want to say who would win, because I want to say that I want to win. Everyone thinks that they're going to win. I just want to say it's going to be good. They would be good fights if they were ever to happen. Yeah, I know everyone wants to see the best fights. So if they ever did that, then I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah, I think those would be great fights for you. Here's what my point of it is. Unfortunately, in this day and age, we see on social media and everything with all these great fighters. I don't go out purposely to knock the older generation, but I will call it how it is, kind of defending the new generation, because a lot of guys, they're all fighting. They do fight each other, and you see guys in your way, like to say Danny Garcia and Sean Porter has to find some tough guys, throughout their career is crazy, and Pacquiao, who's still active. But I think something like that, like once you really start getting rolling in those fights, on the business side of it, what you got to think about, because you want keep your health and everything else along with winning. Those would be great fights. Ryan Garcia or Tank Davis, those are big names, and especially coming up, that draws a lot of attention too. So that right there is a big thing for you to take that fight on the business part of it as well. Like you wouldn't be ducking nobody. You're fighting the top guys. It wasn't a problem when Roberto Duran went all the way from lightweight to light heavyweight. So in the middleweights, when they beat Roberto Duran, Hagler was the greatest when he did that. So I don't see what the big deal for two weight classes. Would you be? Obviously those are interesting fights. What do you think?
Oh no, definitely they are. And like I said, if the opportunity were ever to come up, I'm not going to say no.
Yeah.
I want to fight the best, and those two names right there that you said are the best at that weight. So I wouldn't say no.
Yeah. Is there anyone else right now, just in the entire boxing world, that you follow, or any other weight class? Kind of like this is more of a state of the game. Like, where do you see boxing at right now in 2021?
I think it's going to be a good year. As far as pandemic wise, I think we had a good year in 2020 boxing wise, because we had some good fights, especially for a pandemic. Even pandemic aside, we had some great fights made. I think the promoters had no choice but to make those fights, Yeah. So we had some good fights. I can't name right now off the top of my head what fights are happening in 2020. But there's gonna be some good fights made. We got some potential fights at lightweight. With Delfino, Devin Haney. We got Tank if he wants to move up. I'm sure he'll move up again to 135. You got Ryan. There's a lot of names to choose from. And 147.
Your class right now, by far, I think is the hottest. But lightweight ain't too far behind. Super middleweight ain't too far behind. You know what I mean? Those weight classes and junior middleweight. Real quick, I got one that I caught. Guy said
It's out of the question. I make weight to the point where I can't make it anymore. You know, I forgot. I fought in January in 2018. I fought at 143 because I could not make that weight anymore. I couldn't do it anymore. So, you know, I get a lot of tweets, a lot of people asking me, like, go down to 140 to fight this guy. I'm like, dude, I can't. Even if I wanted to, you know, I can't. I would love to. I feel like I can win a world title at 140 pretty easy, but I'm not able to make that weight class anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stay at 1.
And if you didn't perform the way that you wanted to from the weight drain, then, well, you're making excuses and all that. So it really ain't. For all that comes with it, it's not worth it either. So
yeah, you really can't win on that part right there.
Yeah, you know, people say all the time, like, who cares what people say? But unfortunately, we see right now sometimes the media and the fan base kind of pushes the fighter to a certain, you know, weight class or into a certain fight when it's not their calling on it. But that's cool, man. I mean, it really is a talented time in boxing, in my opinion. So. And you're fortunate to be right in the hottest one, too. So it's crazy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, listen, I want to hear about, we know about the box now. You've been showing us all about that, knocking everyone out. I heard a little rumor that your first love was music. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guitar.
So the guitar, the way I got into that was I started playing Guitar Hero. I'm sure that's how a lot of people got into rock back then. That wasn't how I got into rock. My dad had a lot of rock in his Zune, his MP3 player that he had back then. But I was listening to it even back then, but Guitar Hero made it even more. You know, I started getting the timing down. I'm like, okay, well, if I get a guitar, how hard is that? So I started picking it up little by little. It was hurting. It hurt the fuck out of my fingers at first, man. But, you know, I'm used to it now.
You had no problem stretching the fingers on certain notes or anything?
Yeah, I did. There's like a lot of bar chords that, you know, that pretty much the main bar chord. It's pretty hard, but you know, it's all in the wrist. You know, like I'll show you. Hold on.
All right, there you go.
I'll show you.
Hey, you should charge for this too.
For real. So look, we got a G chord right here. Look, notice how my wrist itself changes. I didn't know I was supposed to do this. We got a bar chord. See how it moves all the way forward? I didn't know I was supposed to do that. No one taught me how to do it. I'm self-taught. Mm-hmm. So that's like one thing I had to figure out by myself. But yeah, man, figuring that thing out by myself, man, it was a journey, and I'm proud of myself for that because I had no one help me at all.
So
and piano, I taught myself piano as well. But yeah,
piano. You don't learn drums at all?
I want to learn. That's what I want to learn next.
Yeah,
that's what I want to learn next.
So my question, I'm going to stay in music for a few minutes, so just bear with me.
All right, cool.
So, like, you know, for being a boxer and supposedly supposed to be coordinated, you know, I can't with the drums. You know, well, the guitar I can't hands. I just can't from, you know, surgeries and scar tissue and everything else. I'm sure if I had somebody that knew what they're doing, they could show me little shortcuts. The drums, man, I can't get the feet and the hands. You know, the hands want to do it.
That's hard.
You know,
that's hard, dude.
Yeah, and I don't have the patience. Like, I went on YouTube, and they're talking about, like, do little tricks to kind of get to train the brain to move with the hand. I'm just like, I'm done with this, man. I love music to death, but the patience for me is just hard. The drums, so I guess the question would be, what guitar? Have you learned it to where you're able to sing while you're playing?
No, I can't even sing as it is, bro. I'll kill some birds outside if I start singing.
I hear you on that.
It's hard. Like I would try. I've definitely tried before, but it's just hard. It's the timing. The timing gets out, and once I start talking, when I start playing guitar, I mess up. I just can't.
Like our boys in the bench. You know, you have watched their videos or their concerts when they're doing it, and they're shredding. You know, they're just.
Oh yeah, that's what they're going crazy on it, and they're still singing like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And you know, the drummers. I feel like the drummers is probably the worst part because they're the ones that have to set the tempo, and then they're over here singing at a different tempo. That's hard as shit.
Yeah, I mean, go back to with Rev. You know, the guys.
That's what I'm saying.
And beating the crap and never missing a beat. Yeah, man, that's amazing. You know, that's what's cool because I'm a huge music lover, and it's just hard though for me to really. I guess patience is not my thing, so I kind of just sit back and pretend I know a lot about music and
Yeah.
And I follow my favorite groups. That's cool. But so yeah, we'll get into that little story real quick. I think you'll get a kick out with the Venge.
Okay.
Back, this was probably '09, and I don't know if any of them guys, like I said, remember when they tore so much. They came in, and the guy here where I fought at, there's a called the Cavelli Center in Youngstown, Ohio. And they were playing, they were on tour, and they were touring with Buck, same guy with Buck Cherry and Avenged, and they called in like the afternoon before. Well, here Buck Cherry were like big boxing people, and they like working out training. So my guy, this guy Eric Ryan, called me, who was my partner, and he was like, "Hey, you want to come in? And Buck Cherry wants to work out with you." You know, they probably looked up, found world champion Kelly Pavlik, Youngstown. Yeah. So man, they came in like 7:00, 7:30 in the morning, maybe 8 at the latest.
Damn.
And I'm in there, and how cool is that, dude?
That's badass.
Yeah, you were training Buck Cherry, putting him through a workout, and I kind of felt bad. Like, they were awesome dudes. Josh, Todd, they were all fun, but I'm going, dude, they're playing with Avenged tonight, you know. And I knew I was going to the concert, so I was like super stoked. You know what I mean? So we get to the concert, and I'm in the locker room or the dressing room with Buck Cherry. But the entire time, like, I already got to hang out with Buck. I got to train him, and I was in the room. I'm kind of like, man, I got to get over and see the guys, but I got to see my favorite band. And they actually, I finally got a chance to get over with them. You know, I got a picture and everything. And
nice.
Guys, it was pretty cool. Got to go up on stage. I think Buck Cherry called me out and introduced me on stage, but it was in Youngstown, same place where I fought Rubio at. So it was one of my, I could put that up there with talking to the Ohio State team the night before the Michigan game, and then obviously the world title. So
that's awesome, dude. That's one set of people. I have a list of people that I want to meet before I die. Events Unfold is at the top of that list.
Yeah, they're cool, man. So but going back, last thing. So is that kind of like your downtime too? So a lot of fighters when training. I don't know if I hit you on that one yet. My thing kind of was like either going to movies or finding something to kind of break me down from the fight. From people don't understand. First of all, worrying about making weight, press conferences, this media thing, and showing up here. Sometimes you need to get a little bit away from boxing.
Yeah,
they're asking me my weight and calling me Dana White, man. That's horrible. Yeah. So is that's your little thing though with the music? Do you find that kind of like takes you away a little bit? Oh
yeah, definitely. The music, the guitar, the piano. I like to play my PS5. It's badass. I can play the PS5 all day, dude.
Yeah.
Just Call of Duty, just straight Call of Duty. I like to run, believe it or not. Running probably takes my mind away from things. The music distracts me. It really does, and it makes me feel good inside. Especially when I'm done. Sometimes when I'm done, I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go walk just because I'm not ready to go inside yet.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. Really, just music, PS5, and running.
Yeah.
I don't do too good watching. I love watching movies and TV shows, but I can't do it a lot.
I will eventually. You didn't pick nothing up during the quarantine? Like, I never watched any of those movies or series or anything like that. That quarantine hit, man, where everything was shut down. Next thing I know, I watched every show that I missed in the last 15 years. So.
I did. I picked up a lot on it, too. Hey, bro, have you watched Cobra Kai?
Oh, yeah, man.
Bro, that shit's badass.
Hell yeah. I got the picture. I put it up on my Instagram where I'm in the Cobra Kai gi. So.
Dude, if I ever do Halloween again, it's going to be a Cobra Kai. That's gonna be that's my next costume.
Yeah,
right there.
My son was excited. I had to go back. For me, I had to play the movies when I was a kid, like 1, 2, and 3, and put those on for my son. And then like he got into it from there and kind of got the storyline. And then I think what was it, New Year's Day or something? That new season came out, and man, we were all about it. Like popcorn time, ready to go, and
hell yeah, it stopped everything.
Yeah, there's like I probably staying up till 3 in the morning, right?
Yeah. I was so excited for that season, man.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Oh, hey, Vergil, I'm going to let you go. I know you're busy, man. I truly thank you for coming on. This is my first time doing this, and, I want to keep doing it. I appreciate you giving me the time.